but still a solid force to be reckoned with. Well, let's go into merry-go-round, see if Bbyong can make this go to a game number 5.
Down here in the south on merry-go-round, the Protoss player, it is herO.
Make sure he doesn't lose that momentum. He's gotten nervous in the past, in best of 5s and best of 7s. Up here, the top right in blue, it's Bbyong. One of hero's weaknesses, actually, I will say, is individual league group stages. This is actually like his stronger suit. Actually, is playing against one opponent he's prepared for a long period of time, and also he's really good at best of 1s for that as well. But when it comes to playing against multiple races and different play styles all in the same group, that's when he starts to struggle. I feel like that's one of the reasons why he hasn't actually won a GSL yet. And also part of the reason why he was one of the most winning players in Pro League, tied with SOS. Like, he's just so good at preparing for one player. Even though he didn't look so good against Deer when he did lose that one game on King Siege Station, he just looked a little bit too nervous. But overall, you know, just looking at past season as well, part of that reason. Well, we gonna have a CC first here? Looks like it. Did not expect this. I don't think herO will either. So, late CC coming in here, or not late CC, late barracks, obviously indicating he's going for a CC first. He's even going to plant it on the low ground. Let's see if herO decides to scout. This may be, you know, one of those little things where Bbyong knows how herO scouts and how he plays this map, and he knows he can get away with this. Yeah. Little stuff like that, man. It all comes into effect in the grander scheme of things. And we do see herO just going for gateway and gas so far, so pretty standard over here. Yeah. And see that SCV going out for a scout now. Pretty much essential when you're doing a greedy build like this. No scout whatsoever still from herO. And this could work out really well for Bbyong. And there's that second barracks. Well, this build can be weak to oracles, for example. This map is not a very good map for blink stalkers at all. There's very little room to actually blink up with and attack with. So I think that's part of the reason why he chooses it here over, say, a map like Catalana, where blink stalkers just totally own this build. So if herO scouts this, he'll probably go Stargate. And he is heading across the map now, and there's not going to be anything to deny him. Moving at just the right timing to get in there before the Marines would be able to deny him if it was a CC first. So that one Marine might end up killing the Pro, but he will be able to, if he forces it, scout the CC. Yeah, he should be able to see this. Marine just a little bit late, like you were saying. The timing is impeccable here out of herO. Sees the CC coming down, identifies the build. So now we just got to wait for herO's response. You're saying Stargate could be good, but so far just going for the Mothership Core, Stalker, and Workgate research. He could also throw down a Robo here. And there's some flexibility with that where you can go into Warp Prism, or you can also do an Immortal Bust. There's the Robo. I'm liking these Robo plays recently because of SOS showing that you can fake things out really well. By the way, SOS just got awarded MVP of the week. We didn't really follow that too closely last season of Pro League. I'm going to be trying to do that a lot more. And it was, of course, because of his hallucination play and his fake out in Pro League. Yeah, so the mind games, man. Protosses are starting to actually become like the aliens of Protoss, you know, just being super intelligent and coming up with amazing plays. SOS, Myungshik, even Super. It's like an enigma, man. I feel like that's like the best word that can describe the PvT meta right now. It's just like the Terran is like, I don't know. He's got like 7.5 ways he could kill me. And if it looks like he's going to do one of those, I actually have to play defensively. And if he just plays a macro game and I don't scout him, then I'm just behind. And that's one of the scariest things about Protoss. All right, Robo is just making an observer, so it looks like he's just going to play safe and slow. Yeah, he is getting a lot of gas here. He does get his 3rd and 4th gas, and he's making a couple of sentries here. I guess this possibly could go for some kind of War Prison play, but so far we are just going to see that Twilight Council coming down here as well. Surprised to see the Twilight Council and not a Bay. I suppose this is just going to be for Blink for drop defense, and just play it safe that way. It's interesting to me that it's almost perplexing that hero's just going to let him get a CC first without pressuring at all. Okay, this is something he can do here is go into the Twilight Council and the Bay and do both with 4 gases without making any gateways or gateway units. So instead of attacking, he's just going to go for greed.
Yeah, kind of like a more techie version of Super's play. And look at this, we even got a Dark Shrine on the way as well, with the Warp Prism. So, ultra techie here.
Yeah. He's pretty, like, the only other tech he could add would be a Stargate at this point. He's just basically saying, I don't need anything. I'm off 1 Stalker and 2 Sentries. That's all he's got on the map. And that's all he needs because he knows the CC first. No pressure's coming his way. His Observer could tell if something was happening too. He's got total vision. By the way, he also knows with that Observer that there's no turrets. This Warp Prism, where are you going, man?
Prism.
Warp Prism's like, I don't want to do it. I'm out of here. I'm leaving the map. Don't make me. I know there's Marines in there.
Oh, this is actually funny to watch.
I don't want to. Don't do it,
Where are you going,
hero.
buddy?
I want to get off the map.
Okay, there we go.
Hero's like, I'm going to put on the furthest to the right side.
Oh, look at that scout.
Oh, wow. I think that was just going to check to see if there was a 3rd CC. I think that was a pure coincidental move, but Bbyong added a siege. He's actually adding siege tanks again. He's just making this a thing.
Very cool. Like you were saying, just like every tech in the book here, we got 3 DTs in the way. We got charge. Colossi are being made. He's powering up his gateways at the same time. That missile turret is just barely too late.
Barely indeed. 197 on that one. Well, Widowmine does get a little bit of extra damage done there on that Warp Prism, but with the combat shields, these Marines do have that extra staying power, the extra sustain, I guess you could say. He's going to need to repair that. That's Stim. That's important, and he's going to lose it.
Where's the scan? He doesn't have enough energy. At the same time, this drop is totally held off. He loses the Stim.
Now there's the follow-up all-in is gonna kill him. It's not even an all-in anymore because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be fine if it doesn't kill Bbyong because he's got so many gates. That's why you see that huge gap in supply is because he didn't warp in the Zealots yet, and there they are, right into the natural. And he's just gonna try to basically slowly whittle Byung's army down and then attack him with charge and these Colossi. And it's going to work, I think. There's not a single Viking on the map. The siege tanks do make this harder to execute. And as such, he may decide to take a 3rd base instead, but I think the original plan with the 5 gates he added was to just whittle him down with the DTs and a few Zealot Warp-ins and then just kill him. Okay, he's going to take the 3rd because of the siege tanks. With the Stim cancel that he got earlier, he knows that any move-outs that come across the map are not really going to be a big concern because he's got Colossi against unstimmed bio.
Yeah, really nice snipe on that Sim. And like you were saying, I mean, even with all of those gateways and the Colossi coming out and the DTs that he committed to, he wouldn't really be able to support it on 2 bases anyway. So even though he does get all of this tech and all the gateways out first, he still will be able to switch into getting that 3-base economy and using all those buildings at the same time, just powering up, getting that army. They're coming in for a scout as well. Sees the amount of tanks.
Yeah. This is a strong push regardless, and now Stim's going to be done. 4 tanks in this army. Actually, I want to check, make sure they're all with it, because it might just be 3. No, they're all together. Okay. 5th tank's about to pop out.
Yeah. herO does spot this push, and he makes an Archon with 2 DTs. Comes in at the same time with a drop of just 2 Zealots. Continues to be annoying.
Okay, Stim's not done yet, and he attacks right before that happens. Now Stim's done, but the bio is already being attacked by
4
Zealots.
Colossi in the back. Against a mostly Marine mix. He kills the tanks before they can even siege up.
Bbyong is looking pretty dead. The Viking like show up. He's like, Viking, somebody called a Viking. Flies over the Colossi, the Stalkers, and the Archons. This army is heavily stimmed. It's already pretty low in health. So this Colossus at the back is just going to do so much work on the defense. And he's even got DTs to force scans.
Look at this defense. He's fighting with like one DT, Mothership Core, and a Colossus. He like totally holds it off. No big deal. And he's killing Bbyong at the same time. He's right on the doorstep.
Oh, the meat grinder on the SCVs. Terrible way to die here. Poor Bbyong. He's actually losing depots now. He will save his CC, I think.
For now. He just put down another force field here.
I'm actually not sure if that's going to get away. Okay, he doesn't chase it. He's rather just getting the depots. Could actually go for the engineering bay. He's got so many anti-air units here that trying to drop over those force fields isn't even reasonable. I think Bbyong knows this game is lost. He just doesn't want to leave because his tournament life ends here. Whenever he types GG, he's out.
Yeah. Third base
cute.
is not mining. Second base is not mining.
Well, it's mining, but not for very long.
Yeah, I mean, it's barely mining.
It's being
You
stopped
can't
to
even really
mine.
count that as mining, like
Yeah,
a mule.
exactly. And now it's going to die.
Yeah, that'll burn down. Or just get shot down here.
Well,
And
both.
Young's going for a counter push here. This is mostly medevacs.
Yeah.
And we still got this Mothership Core here, as well as some Warpins. 4 DTs can make some more Archons.
He's got more medevacs than he has Marauders on the map right now. And that should seal the deal. Doesn't have scans for DTs. One of his orbitals is still in the air. And yeah, he's getting some damage done, but once the army gets back, it's got Blink to chase. Just needs to warp in a few more DTs for the defense. Decides to do Zealots instead because he doesn't have that much gas, but Bbyong is trying to hold on here. It's just not going to happen. Where's the Blink?
I guess he may have blinked to try to defend here.
Yeah, I suppose so.
He's just trying to put on constant pressure to somehow, like, I mean, we saw Jin do this. He got wrecked by Maru because his Colossus control was really, really bad.
Yeah, basically,
so if herO does the same thing, I guess it's somewhat almost maybe possible, but herO's just not going to do that again. This isn't the same map as well.
He didn't get Blink. He didn't even have Blink. Okay, no wonder. I was really confused by that.
Yeah, that is weird. I thought I saw him blink.
He was
dropping
researching
the ball on the blink here.
He was researching it earlier and then canceled it, I guess, a long time
that's
ago.
why.
Anyways, this would have been totally annihilated had he had Blink, and I think he thought he had Blink too. That's why he's starting Blink at 17 minutes. Oh, this is going to be a lot of damage. Oh, a bit too late. Oh, doesn't matter though. That Archon is 10 health.
Yeah. Again, he's just trying to buy time here, but herO has closed the door on this game. Bbyong, again, he does not want to leave this game. He's like flying CC away, and all these SCVs are going down.
Yep. And this DT has still not been dealt with, and with one less orbital to scan, DT's become even stronger. This is a bit of a preview of what we might see in Fantasy vs. Marine King with GG timings, but
yeah, Bbyong, he does shake his head, starts talking to himself a bit. He knows this is over. He's going to go for a counterattack. There's already a defense here. And GG is finally called. herO's the winner, and we'll move on to the round of 16. 3-1.
Was the favorite going into this series, played insanely well. But this is actually, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, the best SSL series we've had so far this tournament. This best of 5 is by far my favorite.
Yeah, one of the best. I liked Myung-Sik later, or rather yesterday. But this one was very much back and forth. Even though Bbyong did lose 3-1, he put up a great fight. And you could just see the way they knew each other so well. Like, these guys, like we said before, they must be practicing with each other every single day for this matchup. And you could just see it in the play.
Yeah, I mean, just solid reads on each other's styles. We're going to jump into this interview really quick here with herO. And look, they put her name up there just for you guys.
한배를 탄 동지이자 라이벌로서의 정우용 선수를 이긴 소감 남다르실 것 같은데요.
How does it feel to defeat your teammate?
아무리 쿨해도 지면은 한 명이 올 수밖에 없기 때문에 이게 팀킬이 너무 힘든 것 같고 좋긴 한데 지금 약간 찝찝해요.
찝찝하세요.
Even though everybody
이 선수는
could be cool with it,
만나면
someone has to be
선수였어요.
sad when he
아무래도
loses.
같은 팀끼리 선수들 대결이라 편했을 수도 있겠는데
So he feels a little bit sorry that he killed Bbyong twice here in
준비하기가
individual
까다로웠을
leagues.
것 같아요.
This is not the first time, so definitely
거의
adds a little bit
준비를
of
못했고
pain.
오늘 아침에 서로 막 가리면서 몇 판씩 하긴 했는데 그만큼 더
Called it.
재밌는 경기
They sit close to each other in the team house, but this morning they set up a wall between each other to practice. That's pretty funny.
3세트에서는 약간 집중력이 흐트러진 모습이 보였어요. 3세트에서의 패배는 원인이 뭐였을까요?
진짜 고질병인데
So what happened
네.
in the first set where you ended up losing? The third set, excuse me, not the first set.
약간 그 게임은 좀 신나서 플레이했던 것 같아요.
너무 신나서
So it was
이겼다고 생각하고
he was actually feeling
만감이 교차한
pretty hyped, you know, because he was up 2-0.
대기실로 들어가서
So caused him
조용
some
선수
mistakes
만나실
there.
거잖아요. 제일 먼저 뭐라고 하실 건가요?
그냥 조용히 있어야
So what do you actually have to say to your teammate?
네, 끝으로 추운데 응원해주신
And he
팬들께
says, I don't really want to say anything to him. I'm gonna have to just sit here quietly.
추운데 현장 오셔서 응원 많이 해주셔서 감사하고
Thanks for those who came all the way down to the studio, he says, because it's a really cold day outside today.
다가간 것 같은데 더 열심히 응원해 주시면 우승으로
One step closer to becoming a champion in Korea, which is one of his dreams.
여러분 김준호 선수에게 다시 한번
I'm going to try to be that champion. I'm going to try to make that dream realized, so please cheer for me.
잠시 후 프로토스의 최용화, 저그의 이동영
Oh,
선수.
quick interview there. Just obviously a double-edged sword to beat a teammate.
Yeah, definitely sucks. I mean, the fact that they even have to set up a wall because they practice next to each other definitely plays into what we were saying before. But in the end, herO is the better player. We were saying it before the games even started, and he showed it today.
He absolutely did. So we're going to take a 20-minute break, guys. The matches are going to start around 5:30 KST. We'll see you then.